Good evening, Gills fans, and welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV. It's that time of the week again. It is my Monday review. I'm on my own this week. Been at work all day, so flying solo. Obviously, 2 days ago we lost our first home game of the season against Bradford. I said at the time on the Match Day Live that I thought we were slightly unlucky. I'm not saying it was a great performance by any means, but I think we was slightly unlucky in the sense that the key decisions tended to go against us. Obviously, we've all got our own opinions on the red card for Connor Wilkinson. Some say it was, some say it wasn't. AD in the paper has said that he's definitely appealing it and he's 90% convinced that he'll get it overturned. Connor Wilkinson again, who was involved, we said in another key incident, which was the non-award of a penalty, which we thought we should have had, so that could have been massive and got us back into the game early in the second period. And there was even a case that we touched on in the Match Day Live, myself and Boz, that there was perhaps a foul in the build-up to the Bradford goal, but they're all fine lines, and unfortunately we ended up the wrong side of them. But we're just going to have a look, do our paper review, excuse me, that one's fallen off. Today we've got the Monday edition of the Medway Messenger. Back page headline is "Goals Will Come." AD backs Gills to deliver. AD Pennock, the Gillingham head coach, insists his goal-shy team will start firing soon. He's convinced that we just need one to go in off someone's backside and then the floodgates will open. As we mentioned on Match Day Live, it was a game where we created more from set pieces and throw-ons rather than in open play, and unfortunately we didn't work the keeper enough. But I'm not going to go over that too much. We know what the issues are, and Luke Cordell's report sums that up perfectly inside. Gills need to find cutting edge. Again, we were very solid, and we've only conceded one against a side that plenty fancy to be up near the top end of the division come the end of the season. We've run them close, but we need to start scoring goals. That's an absolute given and pretty obvious to everyone. I think the last two paragraphs of Luke's match report sum it up. It hasn't been, while goals may be in short supply, so are the fans in the stand, with the Gills attracting less than 5,000 of their own supporters through the door at the weekend. It hasn't been that low for an opening game since Bradford, ironically, when they were the visitors for the start of Gills' League 2 campaign in 2012. So if we want to look for omens and positive spins on things, then you know where I'm going with that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. The final 4 lines, it's true that the commitment is there and there are plenty of positive signs, but everybody loves a goal. Going further inside, there's the match ratings. The local paper went with Holy 6, Amar 6, Lacey 7, Zakwani 8, O'Neill 6, Wright 6, Burns 7, Ogilvy 6, Martin and Wilkinson 7, and Josh Parker 6. Gills to appeal, as I've already touched on. That's on the next page, if you can see that there. Connor's read was wrong. That's the opinion of Gills head coach Adrian Pennock. He said, "I've seen the DVD and we will definitely be appealing it. Connor hasn't gone for the player. I could see fresh air. We will appeal it and I'm 90% sure we will win the appeal." Done the match ratings. The other side is a piece with Gabriel Zakwani, who justifiably won man of the match with the Gills fans and the sponsors, I believe, on Saturday. Couldn't disagree with that. I thought he was very, very good, and he's something that we definitely missed last season, so fingers crossed we can keep him fit, and the only games that he misses are those when he disappears for international duty, which he's going to be doing pretty soon. It seems he's going to miss a couple in September, as he's off for 2 World Cup qualifiers as he captains the Democratic Republic of Congo. AD again, we went down fighting. I slightly disagreed with the thing that he said about having enough chances to win 5 or 6 games. I don't think that's quite accurate, but obviously you get caught up in the moment, and perhaps he had a microphone shoved in his face shortly after the game. We certainly created a few bits, but not enough to win that amount of football matches. When you play against any team, you need to be clinical. On Tuesday we had chances before they scored. He's talking about Reading, and last week at Doncaster we had good opportunities. If the keeper saves, then that's fine, but that's what he's there to do. But if you don't hit the target, then it's not good. So he's obviously pointing to the fact that Josh Wright had a free header and missed the target. Josh Parker had a good chance before that as well and steered it wide, and we just didn't work Colin Doyle enough. I can only remember one save of real note, which was from Josh Parker in the first half, where he got his hands up to a fierce drive, and in the second half, I think the only one that he had to stop was, I think it was Lee Martin near the end when he cut inside, but it was pretty much straight out door, and it was a routine save. So again, all the issues are in front of the opposition goal rather than our own so much. And the last piece in this one was about Alex Lacey. The reason he was taken off because he was cramping up, and Mr. Pennock didn't want him to suffer with a muscle injury, so that's why he came off and we brought Tom Eaves on. But Aidy keeps beating the drum about Alex Lacey and how good he's going to be for us. That's it in the local paper. We're nearly done for this week. There's just a little bit in the goals pull out in the Sun. Feud for thought, grim at Gills is the headline. There's actually a bigger piece on life behind the scenes at the Priestfield rather than the game itself. That's the game there. You've only got a tiny square, which is just Stuart McCall talking briefly, but I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically it's Sun Sports' Jordan Davis writing a piece about the catering dispute with Centreplate and how that's rumbled on, and the pre-tax loss that obviously was announced recently. It says here Paul Scully's hoping to get more than £2 million in compensation. I'm not sure the figure was that much, but there's a little bit, an interview with, again, Gabrielle Zaquani, who says, "I'd rather things got sorted as soon as possible so we can all concentrate on other things. The fans can be there just to support us, not worry about other things like if they can eat or not." It sounds a bit silly, but it is affecting everyone, I'm sure. The issue has forced Scally to bump up a new 2-year season ticket by £10 per fan. It mentions a fresh crisis in what has been an eventful period under Scally, whose actions since his appointment in '95 appear to have brought the status of the once steady club into question. I'm not sure about that, but we all have our own opinions on Mr. Scally, I'm sure, but that's for another day and another video, and when we've all got a bit more time. There was a bit at the end that I'm not sure was quite right. It says about food again and a fish shop helping out down the road, but then it says the addition and support of club legend Aidy Pennock as manager last year earned Scally some bonus points, brownie points, but even the former Gills player is reluctant to get involved with his gaffer's antics. Pennock stated, "That's the chairman's side and that's the executive side of it, so I promise you I don't listen to that." I'm not sure Mr. Scally unfortunately earned any brownie points when he appointed Adrian Pennock. Everyone knows my opinion on it when it was announced back in May. I'm willing to give him time with his own players and his own squad, but I don't think that line in the Sun could be further from the truth. Anyway, like we said, that's for another day. That's the Monday roundup completed. Please do all the usual. We're approaching 500 subscribers now, which is absolutely superb, so thank you very much. And until next time, up the Gills.